The first time I was flown to California to speak, it was early on in my speaking career. And I turned up on this beautiful day in an amazing auditorium right next to the beach to speak to thousands of people and realised I had nothing to say. The guy who organised and flew me across there found me and said, "Oh, how are you doing, Jazz?" And I just told him the truth. Yeah, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've got nothing of value to say. Also, what is a creative entrepreneur? I don't know. The guy looked at me and said, "Oh, you got imposter syndrome." I said to him, "Listen, it's not a syndrome if you are actually an imposter. It's just a thing. I'm trying to help you." "Imposter syndrome," he said. "I didn't think you'd have that." And off he went. He wasn't even panicking. And that's the point where I realised that there are different stories we tell about ourselves. There's the one we tell about ourselves and there's the one others tell about us. And sometimes you have to borrow from that story. You have to go with fact over your own thoughts and feelings. So I borrowed that story and I went on stage and it was amazing. But after that, there was a party. And the party was full of suits and senators and CEOs and me, a street kid from Nottingham, who now is an international speaker, but still carries that story sometimes of wondering if I'm good enough. I'm at the party and I'm doing that thing you do when you wander around trying to find a group you can join in with. I hear a group talking about boats and I insert myself into the conversation. My mum's just bought a boat. I wasn't prepared for the follow-up question. "Oh, what kind of boat is it?" I mean, I've seen a picture. It's made of wood and it floats. I don't know what else they want to know. But I realise the people in this room have boats. And I've just joined in a conversation of which I know nothing about. So I start running through my schema of boats. It's not a ferry. It's not a canoe. I'm running out of boats. And then suddenly this word comes to me from nowhere. It's nautical, and I'm pretty sure it's a boat. I can say it, we can move on. So with all the confidence I can muster up, I inform them, "Oh, she bought a frigate." The reaction, well, let's just say one guy laughed so hard, a little bit of vol-au-vent came out of his nose. I mean, they thought I'd made a joke. I thought they were laughing at me. They thought they were laughing with me. But once they'd explained to me what a frigate is, a warship you can land a helicopter on, the laughter brought me belonging. The laughter eroded the imposter syndrome I was feeling because there was a connection there. A joke, something funny, laughter, the language that every human speaks. It got me off of my limited thinking. I'm not good enough. People like me don't do things like this. A story that is well told in my past and my history by my own brain suddenly got interrupted and opened the door to rely on the truth about me, not my own thoughts and feelings. Because the problem is we know ourselves, we know our history, and we often feel like our past stories are on show the whole time. It was true once that I wouldn't have been able to stand on stage and speak to thousands of people about resilience, about imposter syndrome, about confidence. It was also true that I once couldn't do the bus stop method for long division. I still can't do that, but I have a calculator now. What's really true is that you are destined to become the human you were designed to be, not the human the world has said you have to be. I don't want to get rid of imposter syndrome. I think that would just make you really arrogant, wouldn't it? What I want to do is turn the volume down on the imposter syndrome. So it's not a great big iron wall, but it's a tiny picket fence that I can notice, acknowledge and step over. What about you?